It was a very dark night in a town in Mexico in the state of Sonora, called Valle de Lobos. The inhabitant of the town complained every night about a man who is riding in a car with horse very late at night. None of villagers have had the courage to review who is that subject who looks like between 2 and 3 in the morning because it rumored the people may disappear or find themselves detectives the next day. A 26 years old named Edgar whose work is paranormal investigation went to town to investigate the cause that as terrible villagers. The young man decided to come outside the place where the spectrum most frequently appears. It was a very dark night in a town in Mexico in the state of Sonora, called Valle de Lobos. The inhabitant of the town complained every night about a man who is riding in a car with horse very late at night. None of villagers have had the courage to review who is that subject who looks like between 2 and 3 in the morning because it rumored the people may disappear or find themselves detectives the next day. A 26 years old named Edgar whose work is paranormal investigation went to town to investigate the cause that as terrible villagers. The young man decided to come outside the place where the spectrum most frequently appears.
The devil turned to see him with a really macabre smile and stared at him for a few seconds. The young man was scared and was stunned. The devil quickly got on his wagon and gave the horses some strong whipping and began to walk. The young man, very scared, he began to run from fear between the rows of the town on the dark night. The devil stopped for a second to observe him and give him an advantage. Then he pointed at him and shouted at the young man. I am the one who appears in the dark. You will not escape, with a very thick and disturbed voice. The young man, scared and without believing that was happening, kept running asking for help from the villagers. But they were very scared just like the young man. Before the young man accepted this investigation, the people of the town could admit him that he had to be accompanied because that supernatural force is very powerful and takes advantage of groups of 3 people and less, which the young man ignored, and while running from the scare, he remembered and regretted not having done what the lords of the town had told him.
The young man, already very tired of running stops in hiding place, which he thought the devil had lost his trial, which was not true. Some time passed, and 13 in the morning arrived at the middle of the night. The young man was already calmer because he no longer listened to the devil and no longer felt so tired. For all the time he was escaping from the evil, the young man began to walk to go to this tent, which by the way very remote, and he had to walk almost 7 kilometers under darkness, and the only illumination that was the moon because his flashlight had fallen when he was escaping. The young man was calmly walking. He had less to come until the phrase that the devil himself had said when he was escaping from him came to his mind. In his mind he repeated, I am the one who appears in the dark, no you will escape. Often the young man kept walking until in front of him in the distance he saw a very tall, silk coat with immense gold horns, and the young man was made, by God, this cannot be real. When the young man exclaimed, the devil opened hot wings with a smoky red glow that, fighting the young man in one of those demons, began to fly, and the young man ran very fast that he did in courtyard of a house. He felt it was a dream that no matter how much he pinched himself, he did not wake up. He exclaimed, this is God happening, my God. Since then, in the town, the devil continues to appear in his car and sometimes the bench of a man that many of the townspeople believe is young Edgar wandering the town in his soul skirt.